I may never see so much to be consoled as to console, be understood as to understand, to love all my soul. Be a child of your peace. This morning, I know it is Lord.
Father, Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Good morning, everyone. Today is March 25, 2026. Private conference for the following projects. This is in A0012, this is in A0017, this is in A0018. All are re-advertised. And now for our attendance.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of Procurement Unit, headed by Engineer Prospero Arcapayan, I would like to acknowledge the presence of Bids and Awards Committee. Our BAC chairperson, who is watching us online, is Ronaldo Lima. Our BAC vice chairperson, Engineer Donna W. Enriquez. Our BAC members, Engineer Lucy Person,
Present.
Leilani Espedriña.
Present.
Watching us online also Engineer Noel M. Hakubi. Technical Working Group, DPWH member, Engineer Edison C. Cora Jr. Present. BAC Secretariat members, Demi S. Ruiz, Mabiling Manon, Sir Ryan Osuya, Engineer Janet Pimonte.
Today is the private conference of the 3 projects, and I will be facilitating, and that private conference is so called to order. I would like to request Engineer Kakayan to facilitate the details of 3 projects. Sir?
Okay. Thank you, Presiding Officer, Vice Chair of the Visitors Committee, members, DPWH Secretariat, good morning, and also to our prospect leader from our builders representative. For this private conference, there are 3 projects. The first project is to the CCA 0012 we advertised with the title Construction, Upgrading, Rehabilitation of Drainage along National Roads, Agusan-Malaybalay Road, K1271 plus -390, K1271 plus 059, and then K1271 plus 100 to K1272 plus 000. For this contract, the approved budget is 36,432,408 pesos, with a duration of 225 calendar days. The applicable payment for the bidding documents for this contract is 25,000 pesos. The source of funds is the 2026. For the major categories of work, this is RCT or Roads, Construction, Drainage. With the similar categories of work, FCN or Flood Control, Construction, Network Drainage. For the pickup license required for this contract, should have a size range minimum of medium A, license category of B. Therefore, the single largest project completed should be construction, upgrading, rehabilitation of drainage with contract cost not less than 50% of the APC for this contract, or amounting to 18,216,040 pesos. For the key personnel required for this contract, minimum years of experience are the following. For project manager, project engineer, construction foreman, safety officer, first aider, and materials engineer to have at least 2 years experience of same position. For the major equipment required are the following. 1 unit of payloader LX80-2C with a minimum capacity of 1.50 cubic meter or 1.95 cubic yard per unit. 1 unit of dump truck, all models, with a capacity of 12 cubic yard up to of 290 horsepower. 1 unit of water truck, pump, all mixed, at 16,000 liters with 360 horsepower. 1 unit of transit mixer, all models, with capacity of 5 cubic feet per minute, 175 horsepower. 1 unit of concrete vibrator flexible shaft, type 2-inch head diameter with 5 amperes, a gasoline driven unit. 1 unit of concrete screener, wrapper class screen with a capacity of 5.5 horsepower. A concrete saw with a 14-inch blade diameter with 4.34-inch cutting depth of 7.5 horsepower. 1 unit of bar cutter single phase with capacity of 25 mm maximum, rebar diameter at grade 4. And 1 unit of mechanized joint sealer machine, gas or diesel driven with hot or cold spray nozzle. 1 unit of backhoe with breaker is the 23 with a 0.80 cubic meter or 1.05 cubic yard at 1.50 horsepower. 1 unit of motorized road grader with scarifier G710B, 163 horsepower. A vibratory roller is the 100 DC, 10 megatons, 125 horsepower. 1 unit of bulldozer DX175 with a capacity of 167 horsepower. 1 unit of each of the following: complete bar bender, 1 unit, chainsaw, 1 unit. For the bill of quantities, facilities for the engineer include provision of field office for the engineer on a rental basis for 7.6 months. 1 lump sum, the provision of furnitures, fixtures, equipment, and appliances for the field office for the engineer, and good for 7.6 months provision of 4x4 pick-up type service vehicle for the engineer on rental basis or bay rental basis. For other requirements, permits and clearances, lump sum, project billboard, signboard, 3 each, occupational safety and health program, 7.6 months, so with the traffic management for 7.6 months, and for mobilization and demobilization, lump sum. Under earthworks, we have individual removal of trees with a diameter from 301 to 500 millimeters. And for above 900 mm diameter, considered as large. For the small is 95 each, while for the large is 5 each. Under removal of structures and obstruction, lump sum, For structural excavation of common soil is 6,561.17 cubic meters. For a gravity fill is 1,102.20 cubic meters. For subgrade preparation, common material is 250 square meters. Under subbase and base course, aggregate subbase core is 50 cubic meters. For surface courses, item 311-1C1, PCCP and reinforced, 0.23 meter thick is 250 square meters. For reinforcing steel, grade 40, item 404-1A is 16,651.26 kilograms. For structural concrete, 27 to 58 megapascal class A is 69.96 cubic meters. For drainage and slow protection structures, line canal trapezoidal concrete is 2,319 linear meter. And for curb and gutter cast in place is 2,279 meter. For seedlings, saplings, other programs or initiatives is 10,000 each pieces. For this contract, BSD or bid security declaration is acceptable as bid security form, or the amount of not less than 2% of the ABC, or amounting to 728,649.60 is if bid security is in cash, cashiers, manager's check, or bankrupt guarantee, or a revocable LOC. But if bid security is in surety bond, the amount should not be less than 5% of the ABC, or 1,821,624. For the second contract, 26A001 advertised. The title is Improvement of Amontay-Calonia Provincial Road, with station 000, with station 1 plus 500, Nasipit, Agusan del Norte. The approved budget for the contract is 38,416,000 pesos, with a duration of 147 calendar days. The applicable bidding fee is 25,000. The same source of funds for this contract under GA 2026. For the major categories of work, RCP or road construction, PCCP. The similar categories of work, RRP or road rehabilitation, PCCP. And RCTP or road construction, tunnel, PCCP. For the required pickup license, you have minimum size range medium A and a category of B. And the largest single project completed should be improvement of road, with contract cost not less than 50% of the ABC. This contract or 19,208,000. The local rates for the contract is only 50 million. For the key person required for this contract, 2-year experience of general position for the following: project manager, project engineer, construction foreman, safety officer, first aider, and materials engineer. For the minimum major equipment required, exclusive for this contract, are the following: 1 unit of payloader LS80-2C with capacity 1.50 cubic meter or 1.95 cubic yard. Dump truck, all models, 2 units with capacity 12 cubic yard at 290 horsepower. 1 unit of water truck, pump, all models at 16,000 liters at 360 horsepower. 2 units of just mixer, all models with capacity of 5 cubic feet per minute at 175 horsepower. 2 units of bridge vibrator, flexible shaft with type twist head diameter and power of 5 amperes, gasoline driven unit. Bar cutter single phase, 1 unit. 1 unit of backhoe SDA-23 with capacity 0.80 cubic meter per 1.05 cubic yard at 150 horsepower. motorized road grader CG710A with capacity of 163 horsepower. Vibratory roller SD100 DC 1 unit, 10 megatons, 125 horsepower. Concrete batch plant and bar bender single phase 1 unit each. Backhoe windbreaker SD823 with capacity of 0.80 cubic meter per 1.05 feet yard at 150 horsepower. Plate compactor 400 to 500 gasoline engine 1 unit with capacity of 5 horsepower. Bulldozer DX175 1 unit with capacity of 167 horsepower. 1 bagger mixer 1 unit with 4 to 6 cubic feet. Concrete spreader walker truck screed 1 unit at 525 horsepower and concrete saw at 7.5 horsepower 1 unit. A joint sealer machine, gas or diesel driven with hot or cold spray nozzle 1 unit. And for the bill of quantities, provision of the field office for the engineer 4.19 months. With the permits and clearances lump sum for the project billboard 3 each, occupational safety and health program 4.9 months, traffic management 4.9 months, mobilization and demobilization lump sum. Under earthworks, individual removal of trees, small is 23 each. Removal of actual structures and obstruction complete 5.22 cubic meters. For surplus common excavation 2,741.43 cubic meters. For structure excavation common soil 186.41 cubic meters. For pipe culverts drain excavation 145.80 cubic meters. For embankment for a roadway, structural excavation common soil is 8,202.11 cubic meters. Subgrade preparation common material is 2,121.60 square meters. For subbase and base course, aggregate subbase course is 3,045 cubic meters. For surface courses, PCCP and reinforced 0.8 meter thick is 13,110 square meters. For drainage and slope protection structures, pipe culverts 910 millimeter diameter plus 4, 50 or 65 linear meter. For line canal trapezoidal complete is 359 linear meters. For stone masonry 30.43 cubic meters. For miscellaneous seedlings or saplings for other programs or initiatives of 2,300 each. For the bridge security form, BSD is acceptable, or the amount of not less than 2% or 768,920 if bridge security is in cash, cashier's manager's check, bank draft guarantee, or revocable letter of credit. Or the amount of not less than 5% or 1,020,800 if bid securities and security fund. For the third, the last contract ID, this is in A018, we advertise the title Improvement of Curva-Jagupit-San Isidro Road, Station 000 to Station 1 plus 500, Santiago, Agusan del Norte. For this contract, the approved budget is 38,416,000 and a duration of 147 calendar days. The bidding fee is 25,000 and the source of funds is GAA 2026. For the major categories of work is RCP or Roads Construction PCCP. A similar categories of work RRP or Roads Rehabilitation PCCP and RCTP or Road Construction Tunnel PCCP. For the required vehicle license, minimum size range of medium A and license category OB. Largest single project completed should be improvement of road with contract cost not less than 50% of the ADC or 19,208,000 pesos. The key personal requirements for this contract: 2 years general experience, same position, project manager, project engineer, construction foreman, safety officer, first aider, and materials engineer. For the major equipment required for this contract: 1 unit of payloader LS80 class 2C with 1.5 meter or 1.95 cubic yard. Dump truck, all models 2 units, capacity of 12 cubic yard to 90 horsepower. Water truck, pack, all models 1 unit, 16,000 liters, 360 horsepower. 2 units of transit mixer, all models 5 cubic foot per minute, 125 horsepower. 2 units of concrete vibrator flexible shaft type 2-inch head diameter with 5 amperes gasoline driven unit, 2 units. Bar cutter single phase 1 unit, 1 unit motorized road grader 67108 at 163 horsepower. Wide brother ruler SD100 DC 1 unit at 10 meter tons with 125 horsepower. Concrete pipe plant bulldozer DS175 at 167 horsepower for 1 unit. Concrete spreader Wapner Trust Screen 5.5 horsepower for 1 unit. But 1 unit for concrete saw with minimal horsepower and 1 unit of joint sealer machine, gas or diesel driven with hot or cold spray nozzle. For the bill of quantities: provision of field office for the engineer on rental basis good for 4.9 months. Permits and clearances, sum, project billboard, signboard, 3 each. Occupational safety and health program for 4.9 months. So with the traffic management, 4.9 months. Mobilization and demobilization, sum. Under earthworks, we have individual removal of small trees, 25 each. Embankment from roadway structure excavation, common soil, 1,356.52 cubic meters. For embankment from borrow, common soil, 7,491.39 cubic meters. For sub-grid preparation, common material is 3,128.34 square meters. Under sub-base and base course, we have aggregate sub-base course with 3,045.01 cubic meters. For surface courses, PCCP and reinforced of 0.53 meter thick at 40 base for a quantity of 10,229.29 square meters. Under miscellaneous structures, seedlings, saplings for other programs or initiatives is 2,500 each. Bid security form includes bid security declaration or BSD or the amount of not less than 2% or 768,020 pesos if it is in cash or cashier's manager's check or bank guarantee or revocable letter of credit. If it is in surety bond, the amount should not be less than 5% or 1,920,800 pesos. For the 3 contract IDs, still 2 envelope system applies, where envelope A contains the following: legal documents include business registration, whether SEC, DDI, or CDA, depends on the nature of the business. Next is mayor's permit. Should be within the area where the office is operating. Income tax return, tax clearance, these are updated. Bill checks, platinum, updated. And these legal documents must be valid and updated before the serial dropping of bids from the PGEPs and CWA of DPWH. It is the responsibility of the prospect bidder to ensure that these documents are valid and updated with the DPWH CWA to avoid ineligibility during process of CWA. Aside from the legal requirement, we have PICA, NFCC. For the NFCC, it should be reflected in the prepared NFCC on the part of the prospect bidder, the list of ongoing projects, both private and government, and those awarded projects with NYS or not yet started project. Aside from the NFCC, the key personal requirements should be complete with attached documents in terms of accreditation or the registration from PRC or ANPP. Next is the minimum equipment. Include the nature of availability, whether proof of ownership or lease agreement. List of completed projects, including private, and list of ongoing awarded but not yet started projects, including private. Additional requirement, especially for those with SEC or Securities and Exchange Commission, to submit latest general information sheet reflecting the beneficial ownership information BOI. Number 2 is sworn affidavit, which is also a replica of the omnibus home statement as inserted in your envelope. Okay, for the second envelope, this should contain the bid form, detailed estimation, cash flow by quarter, and documentary requirements to include the IP and omnibus home statement. For envelope A and B, this should be properly labeled and correctly indicating the contract ID. In each financial and technical requirement, the first page should be the checklist as provided by the procuring entity, specifically at the procurement unit. This should be attached on the first page of this technical and financial proposal. For the 3 contracts, the scheduled dropping of bids will be on April 6, 2026 until 10 a.m. The order of payment has to be secured at the procuring or the procurement unit not later than 9 a.m. in the morning of the same day. Opening of bids follow immediately after 10 a.m. or after the eligibility results is available. I think that will be all, Madam Presiding Officer.
Is there any questions or clarifications? So if there's none, we may remind that all participating bidders will prepare their bid documents in accordance and in compliance with the requirements stated in our pre-bid conference. So the pre-bid conference is adjourned at 10 o'clock.
That ends our pre-bid conference. Thank you for your time.
How in order?